Hey guys, welcome back to Peachy Pilates. Lindsay here again. This video is hands down my favorite workout. Pilates reformer without the reformer. Best workout to do when traveling, when you can't get to the studio. All you need is one of these, just a small little chunk of resistance band. I think this one's about 3 feet. Doesn't really matter, just nice and light resistance on that band. We're gonna go ahead and get started here, just lying down on the mat. Have the band close by, don't need it here quite just yet. You lie right down on your back, knees bent, feet about hip distance apart, roll it on down. You're gonna start just with some nice deep breaths. You're in your neutral spine, arched low back. Big inhale through the nose, fill up. Exhale through the mouth, feel your ribs and hips connect. Inhaling to find your center, find that nice fresh air. And then exhaling to knit everything back together. Inhaling one more time through the nose. This time as you exhale, can you drop the belly button, button it down to the mat underneath you, finding your imprint. Your hips have scooped in to meet your ribs. This deepest layer, your hammock, your pelvic floor, is engaging, lifting to scoop you into that imprint. Your neck is not on. Your glutes, they're not on. We're strengthening the deepest layers first. Gonna flow with our breath. It's an inhale to let that go back to neutral. It's an exhale to swoop into that imprint. Gentle pelvic rocks here. Inhaling to find neutral. Exhaling to tilt that teacup, balancing on your pelvis right up towards you. Use your pace, use your breath, as slow or as fast as your body wants to move here today. And then next time you're in that imprint shape, I'm gonna have you hold that imprint shape. Feel the ribs and hips just lock in towards one another. You're gonna send the right leg up to tabletop. Your knee, it's right over the hip. Shin is about parallel to the ground. Taking an inhale. On the exhale, left leg meets the right leg, both legs in tabletop. Try hard to keep that imprint shape of the spine. Inhaling to repair, gonna take toe taps. Exhale, send the right toe down towards the ground. Notice how I'm moving from the thigh here. So the tendency is gonna wanna be just to drop the bottom half of the leg, finding the work from the core, from the hips, by keeping the integrity of that 90-degree bend in the knee. Just letting the thigh bone move away from you and then back towards. Feel immediately how this is strengthening the entire core. Notice the opposite side obliques have to hang on nice and tight as that leg moves away from you. Again, moving as slow or as fast as your body needs to. Finding control over your movements. Aiming to keep the pelvis still steady, moving from the thigh bone. We'll do 2 more on each side, just like this. And then after that last one on each side, just like this. You can hug those knees in towards the chest, give yourself a little rest. We're gonna reach, grab for our resistance band here. Once you've got your resistance band, you just want it to come nice and wide. It's probably gonna roll up on you, just know that that's fine. You're gonna hook the band around the arches of the feet here, and then just hang on to either end with your hand. I want you to lock your elbows in place right next to you, and then lower the head, neck, and shoulders back down. Legs come up to that tabletop position. Here's your starting and stopping point. This time you're in a neutral spine. The work, you're gonna find it lots in the glutes and the hips. Imagine that area right between the glutes and the backs of the thighs is on, is engaged. Take an inhale, prepare. Here's your footwork. Exhale, shoot the legs out to that 45-degree angle. Inhale, send them right back to table. Flow with your breath. Imagine you're pressing a wall away so the feet stay flexed. It's just gonna help keep the band nice and wide. You find work pretty quickly in the lowest part of the core. Lowest part of the belly scoops those knees in and out, creating that crease at the front edge of your hips. We're here for just 4 more. Keep on moving. Finding the strength, sliding the shoulders back down into the back pockets. After your last one here, you'll bend the knees in. You're gonna create a Pilates V shape with the feet. What that means, heels together, toes apart. When you do so, I want you to bring the band to the inside of the knees. Same thing, lock the elbows in place, same footwork series, just in this Pilates V. Inhale to prepare, exhale, shoot those legs out long. Feel the backs of the thighs wrap towards one another. And then inhale, bend back to that turned out tabletop. Exhaling to press away, keep those heels glued together the whole time. Notice how that brings the inner thighs into play. Finding this work along the sides of the hip. So we're strengthening not only the front and back of the body, but the sides all the way around every plane of motion. We're doing 3 more in this V position, 2 more in this V position, and then one last one here. Bring those knees in, take the band away. You're folding the band in half. We're gonna find some core work here. Once the band is folded in half, you're just holding on to either hand. And you're bringing the band behind the base of the skull. So lowest part of the back of your head. Knees are hip distance apart, feet are grounded. You're gonna lie your head all the way down. It's your ab curl. Elbows, they're bent and narrow, right about in front of your shoulders. I like to bring a fist around the band, but totally up to you. Can you keep the spine neutral? Big inhale. Exhale, curl the head, neck, chest up. Press the head into the band just as much as you're pulling the band up. And then lower it right back down. You're curling up from the core, not the neck. Lower down with control. So the weight of the head is heavy here. I'm already starting to shake. We just got started. Oh my gosh. Looking at that level hip and pubic bone neutral spine. We're gonna do 2 more like this. And then next time you come into that curl, you're gonna hold that curl. Now, see if you can maintain neutral. 1 leg at a time, up to tabletop. Once you find tabletop, it's those same toe taps. Lowering 1 toe at a time, down towards the mat in front of you. Instead of imprint, it's harder this time to maintain neutral. Scoop up a little higher if you can in that ab curl. We're doing 2 more on each side like this. And then 1 more on each side like this. Same thing, straight legs this time. You're gonna unfold it, scissor kiss, pulse, 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 pulse. Keeping the hips as level as you can. Nice long legs as you kick here. Feel the length out the back half of the body. Pointing the toes, reaching far. Think just as much about the lowering leg as you are about the lifting. 1 more on each side here. Bend those knees, curl into a little ball. I like to bring the band in front of the shins here. Really just feeling the length in the back half of the body as I breathe. Once you're good, once you've had a chance to catch your breath, unfold the band. It's coming across the front of the hips here. Once the band is in front of the hips, neutral spine, knees still hip distance apart. You're lying all the way down on your back. We're gonna find a little bridge series here. Pressing down with the palms into the sides of the band at either side of the hips. Starting in neutral, it's a big inhale. On the exhale, you're gonna press the hips up high towards the sky. Notice how the tension of that band has challenged you. You're gonna roll the spine down, articulating 1 bone at a time, finding a stretch, sending the tailbone 1 inch further down than where it came from. So it's a big inhale. Exhale, neutral, lift hips straight up. And then exhale, roll 1 bone down at a time. So it's a neutral to lift. It's an articulation to lower, rounding the spine. Go as slow or as quick as your body wants to. You're strengthening the back half of the body. You're lengthening the front half of the body. It's your posture. It's gonna help you stand up taller. It's gonna help you grow length across the spine. Starting with the tailbone all the way up out the crown of the head. You're pressing down through the triceps here to assist you in keeping the chest nice and wide. We'll do 1 more here. Reach those hips up, hold them up. and then roll it down nice and slow. You're gonna bring the arch of your right foot into the center of the band. Remember the position where we have the elbows locked in by our sides? Same thing here. Right leg extends straight up towards the sky. Once it's straight up towards the sky, you can lie right back down. Single leg bridge, big breath in. Exhale, press away with that left foot. Reach the right foot as high towards the sky as it'll go. Hips stay nice and level. There's your challenge. You're gonna lower the right leg down till the thighs meet. And then you're gonna lift it straight up towards the ceiling. Notice my elbows stay locked in place. Beautiful. Feel the strength in the back of that left thigh. 2 more here on this side. 1 more here on this side. Right leg up towards the sky. Can you press it 1 inch higher? Roll the spine all the way down. Now keep that right leg high. You're gonna extend the left leg long. Just rest it down on the mat here. Everyone's favorite exercise, leg circles on the reformer. You missed it. Here it is. We're gonna circle first across the midline, down towards that left leg, and then shoot it up high towards the sky. Feel the movement coming from your thigh bone in your hip joint. The goal is to feel heavy across the thigh, for the hips, for the center half of the body, not to move. Reaching that right leg as long as you can. Let's reverse the direction of this circle. Your core is on, it's active. The opposite side obliques have to hang on tight to keep both glutes, both hips level. 2 more here. After your next one here, you're gonna bend the knee, just take that band and bring it right around the arch of the left foot. So starting with that single leg bridge, same little series on this side. Hanging on to the edges of that band, pressing that left foot up towards the sky, locking those elbows in place. Single leg bridge, here it is, big breath in. Exhale, shoot those hips up high, elevating as if the back half of the body is lifting your weight. Feel long in the front half of the body. You're gonna bring that left leg down until the thighs meet, and then shoot it right back up towards the sky. Can you keep the hips elevated? Can you keep the glutes on as you lower and lift that left leg? Feel the power across the back of the right thigh. For 2 more like this. And then after your next one, hold that left leg nice and high. Press those hips 1 inch higher. Roll the spine down with control. Send the right leg long. Just rest it on the mat, nice and relaxed. Crossing the midline first for that leg circle. Notice this side might have less stability than the right. You might be stronger as you move the right leg if that's your dominant side. Listen to your body. The exercise does not have to look identical from one side to the other. We're doing 1 more circle in this direction, reversing the direction of this circle. Really feel the inner thighs here as you cross the midline. Can you make the circle just as far to the right as it goes to the left? So circling across the center midline. Although you might have more range out to the left, listen to your body. 2 more here. And then 1 last circle here. Bend those knees. You're gonna bring both feet into the band. This time, choke up a little bit on that band. You're gonna want more tension for this next exercise. You're pulling the knees all the way towards you into a little ball. You're gonna bring the elbows, lock them in right next to the ribs. This time they're not connected to the mat, they're locked in towards the ribs. They're gonna stay locked in towards the ribs. Here's our teaser, big inhale. On the exhale, you're gonna start to nod the chin towards the chest. As you nod the chin towards the chest, you're gonna reach the legs long. Coming into your full teaser, balance there. The arms might move out wide towards the side. Bending the knees back in as you curl down into that ball, lower the head. So momentum helps you, but find balance across your core. 3 more of those. Big inhale, prepare. Exhale, roll it up, reach balance. And then curl right back down. Big inhale, exhale, roll it up, reach balance. And then curl it right back down. This time you're gonna hold it up in that teaser. Big inhale, exhale, curl it up, press through those feet, lift, lift, lift. There's that teaser, you're holding there for 3, 4, 2, you're gonna bring those legs down in front of you, lower down, let your balance shift. Sitting up nice and tall. Ready for some arms. You're gonna come down to the ends of the band there. Nice straight arms. They open out to a little V here. You're gonna try to keep the arms as long as you can, sitting up on those sits bones. Big inhale. Exhale, sweep the arms back. Chest expansion. Inhale, resist as those arms travel forward. Exhale, pull it back, feel the shoulders try to connect. Inhale, glide forward. Your collarbone is opening wide, it's rotating back towards you. We're here for 3 more. We're here for 2 more. And 1 more. Bring those arms forward. Cross the band, one end over the other. Coming into our rowing series here. Like you have the thumbs up. The thumbs are up towards the ceiling. Your elbows are pointing down towards the ground. Now if you need to bend the knees a little bit here to sit up taller, better to be in that neutral spine than to be trying to force the legs out all the way straight. Big inhale, prepare. Exhale, bend the elbows, let them glide alongside the rib cage. Try to pull them back as far towards the opposite side of the room as you can. Once you're here, can you try to connect the elbows back behind you? There's your end goal. That's what you're looking for with each rep. It's an inhale to glide forward. It's an exhale, row it back. This is what we call our narrow row here, targeting the back half of the body, targeting the shoulders, the posture muscles here, middle part of the back working. Core is still on, is still active. We're here for 4 more reps like this. Shoulders are traveling down into the back pockets. Now after your last one here, you're just gonna turn the fist to face down towards the ground. It's our wide row. Big inhale. Exhale, elbows bend out wide towards the sides. Try to think shoulder height. Keep the fist in front of the shoulders. Row it forward, straightening those arms. It's an exhale to pull it out wide, higher part of the shoulder working this time. Still those posture muscles engaging. You're thinking about pinching a walnut back behind those shoulders. You feel the collarbone opening wider and wider with each rep. Be conscious that the rib cage isn't flaring open with you. We're doing 4 more wide rows here. 3 more wide rows here. Use that exhale, find your strength. Last one, hold it back there for 3, for 2, for 1, let that go. You're gonna roll all the way forward. Nice stretch. Reach for those feet if you can. If not, just come reaching forward as far as feels okay for you. The hands can land on the ankles, the calves, wherever works. You're gonna take that band off the feet, slide it over towards the side. We're coming onto our hands and our knees, quadruped position. You can swing the legs right around here. Those hands, those wrists, they end up right under your shoulders. Knees right under the hips. You're gonna take a nice cat-cow stretch here. Worked a lot of core, so let's just give a front half of our body some stretch. Inhale, drop the belly, send the crown of the head, tailbone up towards the sky. Exhale, fold, angry Halloween cat, send the back of the belly button up as if a puppeteer is pulling it up towards the ceiling. Inhale, drop the belly, send the heart through the shoulder blades. Exhale, fold, tucking the tailbone under, looking right between the knees. 3 more like that. Inhale, stretch the front half of the body. Exhale, stretch the back half of the body. 2 more like that. Inhale, take your pace, your breath. Exhaling to fold. 1 more here, inhaling to stretch, exhaling to curl. You're You're gonna find a neutral spine. Once you're in neutral, we're gonna do what's called wag the tail. You're gonna look over your right shoulder. Try to connect your right shoulder and your right hip. Coming back through center, same thing over to the left. So you're finding length in the opposite side of your torso. Move as quick or as slow as you need to. It's an inhale through center, it's an exhale to side bend. Inhale through center, exhale to side bend. One more to each side, and then we're gonna pick up our resistance band here. Coming back through center. Now, once you've got your resistance band, we're gonna start with the left foot. It's going to be the most complicated version of the resistance band that you're gonna need here today. If you wanna do the exercise without the band, totally fine. So the band comes wide. It's gonna come around the arch of the left foot. Ends of the band. One end comes through the legs and the other end is out on the left side of our body. You have one hand at either end of that band. You're coming back to all fours. See how things are complicated. One hand on either end of that band, you're gonna hover the left knee up. Keeping the hands on the ends of those bands, you're gonna press the leg away here. Keeping the foot flexed as if you feel like you're pushing a wall away back behind you. Scooping the knee in, but keeping the spine neutral. Feel the low belly work hard to resist. Working hard in both directions. That's the great thing about the reformer on the springs. Also the same benefit with your resistance band here. Finding that this is not only about the low body, it's a lot about the core, about the hips. Working hard against gravity to keep the core engaged. We're just doing 3 more on this side, 2 more on this side. One more, hold it out nice and long, pulse it up for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, bring it in. Good, now let's try to prevent that resistance band from snapping back at you. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Band comes around the right foot. One end through the legs, the other end at the right side of your body. Hands are all the way at the very, very end of the band. It's just gonna help you find the right tension. And coming back to all fours. Right knee hovers, flex the foot, press away, keeping a teacup resting on the tailbone if you can. Feeling the power across the arms here. Notice you're working the entirety of your body as you use this resistance. Exhaling to press away. Know you can always ditch the resistance band if you need to. Any of these exercises can be done just as well with your own body weight. We're here for 3 more, for 2 more. Press it back, hold it back, pulse it up for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, lower it down. And there it goes. Comes over to the side here. We're gonna lie all the way down on our belly, finding a nice swan. To find your swan, I want you to turn your legs out. Open them about as wide as your mat. And just relax. The low half of the body is relaxed. Think about your imprint. Tuck the tailbone under, hips connect to the ribs, belly button stays engaged towards the spine, pubic bone is heavy into the mat. Starting with the hands right underneath your shoulders here. On the inhale, start to peel the head, neck, chest up. Feel the engagement. You're drawing the shoulders into the back pockets. And then lower down with control. It's an inhale to lift. You're protecting the low back. It's an exhale to lower. Now, if you feel okay with where you're at, you're going to start to take the hands with you. It's an inhale to peel up. Keep the hands by the shoulders. More power in the back half of the body to lift like this. Exhale, lower back down. Using whichever variation works best for you. Aiming to keep the low half of the body relaxed. scooping that pubic bone in, pressing heavy to the mat. We're here for 2 more. And then 1 more. Lower all the way down. Take a little breath. You're gonna make your way to a seated position here. We're gonna do our mermaid here next. Nice side bend stretch. Nice power across our obliques. We're coming into what's called a Z-sit. One shin faces towards the side. That leg crosses back. The other leg is crossed right in front of us. Now this Z-sit can be compromising for the hips. I want you to listen to your body. If you need to, it's crisscross Indian style legs in front of you. If you need to, it's legs straight out, reaching towards the front edge of your mat. Same side body stretch can be found no matter what the legs are doing. You're gonna bring your arms out to a T here. Take an inhale, feel the rib cage lift up off the hips. So you've grown taller. Now as you exhale, you're gonna take a side bend over to the left. Your hand plants down onto the mat. Bend your elbow, reach long with the right hand up overhead. You might turn the palm to face down towards the ground. Now notice, is your right hip trying to lift away? Think about anchoring from the right hip all the way up out the right fingertips, and then come back up through center with control over your core. Same thing to the other side. Side bend, bending that elbow with the hand pressing into the earth, and then coming back up through center. Finding that bend on your exhale is just going to give you more range of motion, and then inhaling to find the power to sit up nice and tall. Exhaling to take that side bend. Inhaling to sit up nice and tall. 1 more each direction, and then we'll swing the legs around. And then after that last one here, come back to the T. Drop the hands, we'll swing the legs around. So notice, my legs are gonna look different on this side than they did on the other side. My hips, they're different in their flexibility, as yours will be. Listen to your body. Big inhale, grow tall in that T. Exhale, side bend first over to the right. Try to anchor that left hip as much as you can, and then come right back up through center. You're gonna feel this moment of engagement, like you're floating. Use the obliques to move with control instead of just tipping from one side to the other. Really savor that moment of balance, of strength in that center T. Finding the range of motion that works for you. Listening to your body as you stretch the muscles between the ribs here. Feeling that opening across the intercostals. We'll do 1 more in each direction. And then once you are even here, bring those arms to a T, rest them down, roll the shoulders back. We're gonna make our way to a standing position here. That band, it's coming with you. Bring that band with you as you stand up nice and tall. You're gonna bring the band under one foot. You can start under the right or the left, whichever works for you. I always like to start under the left. Once that foot's grounded in the center of the band, you're hanging on to either end. All 10 toes are facing straight in one direction, but those feet are about hip distance apart. So it's not like you're standing on a balance beam. The feet are right under the hips. You're in what's called a split stance, and you're looking out square forward. You're gonna take the heel of the back leg, in this case it's my right leg, and lift it up off the ground. We're coming into a split stance squat or a little lunge. You're aiming for a 90-degree bend in both knees. As you bend both knees, can you curl the arms, keeping the elbows locked in place, bicep curl, and then inhale, unfold, stand up nice and tall. So exhale, it's bent knees, bent elbows. Inhale, we come up nice and tall. As you exhale to lower, think about sending your hips forward. Think about curling the hips to meet the ribs in that imprint. Your core stays on, stays active. Your chest stays open and proud while you're here. It's a hammer curl. You're aiming for that thumbs up position as opposed to the palm of your hand facing up. We're here for 3 more like this. For 2 more like this. On the last one, you're gonna hold it down. Pulse just the legs for 4, for 3, for 2. Hold it down, half range with the arms for 4, for 3, for 2. Let that all go. Beautiful. You're stepping the right foot onto the center of the band. Gonna do something different with the arms this time. Legs, just the same. Finding that split stance. Your left heel, it's lifted off the mat. Arms are gonna stay straight this time. The palms of your hands are in a fist, but they're facing down towards the earth. As the knees bend, you're gonna lift the arms straight out in front of you, as close to shoulder height as they'll go, and then come back up nice and tall. Same thing, it's an exhale to lower down, front raise, inhale to lift. Think about drawing the inner thighs towards one another while you're here. Drawing the inner thighs towards one another will help assist with balance. You might feel shaky here, you want to take your range of motion smaller, totally fine. Listen to your body. We're here for 3 more. We're here for 2 more. On the last one, we hold it down, half range with the legs for 4, for 3, for 2, hold it down, small pulses with the arms for 4, for 3, for 2, let it go. Step those feet together. You're going to come, no band, just us, standing up nice and tall. Big inhale, reach the arms up above the head. Exhale, bring them back down by your sides, little bit in the knees, baby squat. Inhale, reach it up nice and high. Exhale, little baby squat. 2 more like this. Inhale, grow as tall as you can. Take in all that sunshine, that fresh air. Exhale, little baby squat. Inhale, grow as tall as you possibly can. Keep those hands up, reaching. Maybe you look right between those hands. Exhale, start to roll down. One bone at a time. It's like you're diving into a pool in front of you. Scoop from the belly. Lift the back of the belly button up high towards the sky. Find length in the whole backs of your legs. You're going to sway from one side to the other. Try to keep pressure through the whole bottom surface of both feet. You're letting go of as much tension as you possibly can throughout the body. Nodding the head yes, shaking the head no. You're going to take one more big inhale down here. On the exhale, you're going to start to roll up. Start with the tailbone, tuck it under. One bone at a time, breathe, stacks. Finding that nice, beautiful posture at the top. And then giving yourselves a hand. Great work. Take that with you anytime you travel. Complete total body series using that resistance band to find what you find on the reformer.